y'all. This is like a kind of weird video, I guess. My name is Liana. I just want to talk about like the struggles and everything with just like with YouTube and everything. I don't see me doing this for a long time, just because I feel like it's very not sustainable as much as, like, I feel like I do make good content, but that's not always the case in this type of society and everything. It's very, people keep saying, oh, it's hard. Oh, it's so easy. You can do it too. Like, there's no real formula for me or for you to grow a YouTube channel. You can have the biggest, well, not the biggest, I guess the most expensive camera in the whole world, and you still will, like, get but no views, right? And you could put so much into trying to edit your videos in a good way and have a consistent posting schedule and things like that, and you still get nothing. And they're telling you all these tips and all these things, and it's just like, it's really, I think YouTube is also based by luck, in a sense, I am beating myself up because, like, I'm trying to organize, like, I'm very type A when it comes to creativity, and I get very paranoid when I feel like I'm not doing something right or things like that, and so, like, I get very emotional, or not very emotional, but very sensitive, because I feel like I'm a failure, because, like, I put in the creativity and the effort, and somebody could not do the lack of effort in their content. They're doing something stupid, and they get 1 million views overnight, and so, like, I really don't know in the sense of, like, with everything, and some things, like, even like with my birds, I don't want to post content with my birds because somebody could say something about their cage. That's why I don't have my TikTok anymore, because just, like, people keep saying, oh, well, I'm on the side of the fence that those birds need cage and things like that. I get that, but that's what their home is right now. I mean, in the near future, I will get them a bigger cage, but I have sensitive attachment to that cage, because I had that cage from my last bird that passed away a few years ago, and I had her since I was 16, and she passed away when I was 24, and Snowflake had that cage when I got him, and so I'm not going to uproot what Snowflake is comfortable with, and he's been in that cage for the last 4 years of his life. There's just things that I am not comfortable anyways of sharing, just with just safety and just with my well-being, I don't mind talking about, like, my work and everything like that. I know it's gonna be hard for me when I, work on a cruise ship, because that's where I'm gonna be, living, sleeping, eating, breathing, type shit like I do here, and so, like, I've already said, like, what ship and everything that I'll be working on, and so that's just that. I'm just waiting on a contract date, and whenever I start that, but I get, like, I don't know if I get paranoid or what, but I realize, like, I think I am going to take a little bit of a break. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't really want to take a break, because I feel like I don't need to take a break. I'm not doing anything wrong. But I just hate it when these YouTubers always saying, oh, well, you could get 1,000 subscribers overnight. If you change this one trick into YouTube Studios, you can do this. Or you can have 1K subscribers in 3 days by doing this one thing. And, I've done all of those things. And that's what destroyed my last channels previously. Because it was in my head, and I thought coming on here when I was like 19, and I was just like, oh, well, I have personality, I'm funny, it's going to be easy for me to, get subscribers and views. Nope, I didn't. And it really sucks of, you are a good person, you're sharing these things, and you're sharing good, positive net of society in the world, and, you get nothing. But people sharing like stupid shit, stupid pranks, just fakery of a relationship, things like that. It's just like really hard because of like knowing that's not real, but it's just been watched to like do. But it's just really sucks that, and then everybody's like, oh, there's no good YouTubers and things like that. And it's just the whole thing of, oh, well, when that YouTuber gets, views and everything, they'll change. And that's like the last thing that I want to do is like, somebody comment to me and saying like, oh, well, I liked you when you had less than 200, 300 subscribers because you were real and authentic. And I mean, it's what I put myself into. Like, I know putting and sharing my life and sharing my career journey, I'm going to have my ups and downs. Like, I'm not here to be the influencer, or I'm not here. My goal focus is education and career besides this, because like you don't need, there's other things than to be an influencer and a YouTuber. These are not sustainable. It's not a sustainable career because, I think I have a good channel, but it's not growing. I don't have monetization. I thought like it's going to be easy, to grow and things like that, but it's in demand because everybody wants to be the next influencer. Everybody wants to make money on YouTube. Everybody wants the easy way to make money. When it comes to a point that, you know, and it messes with your head because you think you're a horrible person. You're not, you're thinking of what you're making is bad. You're not making sense. And I'm in my head of trying to like make sense of what my content is, not only for me, but for you in type A, my type A personality and creativity. Like, I'm not type A in my other parts of my life. Besides traveling, I'm only type A when it comes to traveling and my creativity. Like, I have to have a plan. I have to stay organized, or like I will crash out and burn. But it wasn't really a thing for me to make money. That was like my first assistant when I was younger, But now that I am like growing and maturing, it's just like I know, like, I struggle myself with depression and anxiety, really more so like depression and being in my head a lot. And I'm stupid a lot of the times because like there's no reason for me to be in my head when it comes to a lot of things, especially when it comes to swimming. I don't know, I feel like crying. But it's just like it beats me up because like I feel like, my purpose is a good intent. Like, I want to make sure like whatever a person is going through, like, they're not alone in their situation, because I know how it feels to be alone, And so like it's hard, and then just like with my birthday coming up and everything, I feel like so super intense and emotional, just because it's next year will be half of my life without having my grandmother, and we share the same birthday together. So that's like really hard to kind of like still knowing like she's not here, and just like with that, I'm not crying, But it's just with thinking like, I'm good, life is great, I'm doing things great, and it's just wondering the whole purpose of like if you are actually good and you're doing good, and just with, you know, already feeling like shit and just like, wondering if I'm making her happy and things like that. I don't know why I'm like crying right now. It's no really part of crying, but it's just like with different things. I I know that in the grand of everything we've experienced of being bullied and just asking like, why is this person harassing me and I've done nothing wrong? Like, I try being nice and like they're still like saying that I'm ugly, I'm fat, I'm this and I'm that, and I've done nothing to them, and it's just like the afterthought of like even when I'm older, like now being that I'm gonna be 27, and the effects that I still do have, even like being afraid of, you know, and entering like new friendships and stuff like that, because it's just how, people that thought you were friends in the past, just thought you were stupid and just really didn't had like good intent. And now that I'm finally like have the headspace and the focus on a career path, I really just don't need any like distractions, because it took me so long, in order to do what I'm doing. And like, I don't need a man. People in my life tell me, like, you need a man. And I'm just like, I don't need a man when I didn't have a fucking father in my damn life to help me with situations. Like, fuck off. Like, I hate people always thinking, like, just because it works out for them, they need to. Like, my love life really isn't anybody's fucking business. I don't need no help in finding a man. A man for me is a man for me, and it's what I want, not what you think I want. I don't need a nigga. I don't need, especially if a nigga isn't gonna treat me right. Like, no, you know. And I like being alone, and I really don't. I don't need a headache in my life again of somebody telling me I don't do shit for them. I don't do anything for them. I don't help them. I'm lazy. I'm this and I'm that. I just don't. I can't take the hate, the negative energy anymore, and to what I've trying to build for myself. And I just in anything, I want the relationship for myself. I don't need anybody help in my life, especially because I don't fucking trust anybody in my fucking life. And just with everything in the sense of like, it's not important. A relationship isn't important to me at all. My career and my education are my focus. A nigga is the last thing on my fucking mind, you know? And just with life in general, a relationship isn't important to me because I've never had a good relationship in my life. And I don't want to keep being heartbroken and being depressed and being in this cycle that nobody loves me when I should really just love myself. And I just think that it will come to a point where like in life I will feel decent. I don't know if it will change when I'm a mother. I don't know when the feeling of this emptiness is gonna go away. But like, I just think like I get overwhelmed with just the amount of knowing I could do things, but it's just like I'm in my head so fucking much, and it's just, there's no reason for me to be in my head. I don't believe in God anymore, just of a waste of my fucking life. And he hasn't helped me in anything in my life, and my family fucking blames me for everything. And just with that, and I didn't ask for this fucking life, and I gotta live through it just for a fucking lesson that I didn't fucking ask for. I didn't ask to fucking be here. So it's just like, gotta just put a smile on your face and just live through it. And just, I don't know how, like, I want to do my content, like, moving forward. Just because, like, with my editing and everything, I try to do things to do, like, different and things like that. And it sucks because, like, I really I'm not like an artist or anything like that, but like, it's really also for me in the sense too, because like I really don't know how to journal, and so like doing these are just kind of also easier for me to document my life in a sense. And I just want to do a good thing in just of this fucked up society that is America right now, and I just don't, it's a lot, and it just sucks, but it's whatever in a sense. So, and then just the frustration of like waiting for my contract, because like wanting this opportunity, because I had to pass up so much before with the dealing of my ankle and nobody listening, with the pain I was dealing with that. And so like I'm just exhausted of just fucking waiting. It's like a fucking carrot just dangling my fucking like face, and it's just like each time I grab it, it's just like God takes it away from me because I don't fucking deserve it. Is why I just hate that I wasted my whole life knowing him and praying of the same fucking things and never coming true, and all the bullshit that was just bullshit that I was taught and wasted my time. So yeah, I don't know anymore. I just, I don't know.